If they're not showing success at all, you think they're broke. They're actually not broke. And if they're showing high rises and bottles and models and yachts, they probably are less successful than you think, 1/10 as successful. So I call it the inverse 10 law. I think it's really important.
I'm going to remember this law because, well, in my head, the less successful or rich you seem, the less problems you have. Once you start showing off with bottles and new cars and whatever, all type of people get into your face, and
Oh, it's the worst.
it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But I want to circle around now. You mentioned just being. It sounds like being humble is the way forward to grow, not only the company but yourself as well. Now, I love this episode so far because it turned more into a business and company lesson rather than hearing your story, which will be an excuse to actually have you on another episode.
I would love
But
to.
what's what I learned from doing the homework about you is you had on a very early age, and then being 26, those humbling accidents, right? Situations where you had to go through something very difficult. Now, I want to hear what was obviously when you were 2 years old. No way you remember this, and you remember what you were thinking. If I'm mistaken, correct me. That would be
No,
amazing.
yeah, no, I don't. I didn't remember. I
Fair enough.
remember very little from when I was 2.5. Yeah.
As most people, but anyways, just try to find it if you're some wunderkind or whatever. But what was going through your head when the same a character accident happened when you were 26 years old? You mentioned that you had some inspirations to change the way you think and just take a look at your life and how you're going to move forward.
Yeah.
What was going through your head, and how did you go over this obstacle?
So my father passed away in a car accident when he was 28, and I was 2.5. My sister was 6. My mom was 31, and I had a stepfather from age 3 to 14. My real last name is actually McCorkle. So my stepfather's last name was Lazaros. I took his last name, I think, around age 7, and then he left my family when I was 14, and he took his entire extended family with him. I still, to this day, haven't spoken to a single one of them. So one of the things that's actually really been, I don't want to say hard because, yeah, it's been hard, but like hard is relative. One of the things that's been challenging for me is I'm 36 now, and I'm very grateful to be successful. Yeah, it's like hard to say that because in my head I'm not really that successful, but statistically I'm very successful.